I'm going to be honest with you. The insurance industry has done a terrible job of being straight with people. And today, I'm going to call out the 5 biggest lies you've been told about burial insurance. Some of these might surprise you, a couple of them might make you angry, but by the end of this video, you'll know more than most insurance agents know. Let's go. You don't need burial insurance if you have savings. This sounds logical, right? You've got money in the bank, why buy insurance? Here's the problem. When you die, your bank accounts don't automatically unlock. They get frozen. Your family has to go through probate, a legal process that can take weeks or months. Meanwhile, the funeral home wants to be paid now, not in 3 months. Now, I've talked to families who had $100,000 in the bank and still had to scramble to pay for the funeral because the money was tied up in probate. Insurance is different. A life insurance death benefit bypasses probate completely. It goes directly to your beneficiary within 24 to 48 hours. No lawyers, no courts, no waiting. So yes, even if you have savings, insurance gives your family something savings can't: immediate, guaranteed access to cash when they need it most. Final expense insurance is a ripoff. You pay in more than you get out. This one drives me crazy because it shows a complete misunderstanding of how insurance works. Let me give you a real example. Say you're 65 years old and you get a $15,000 policy for $75 a month. That's $90 at 0 to year. If you pass away in year 1, your family gets $15,000. You paid $90 year. That's a 16 to 1 return. What about year 10? You've paid in $9,000. Your family still gets $15,000. That's still a net positive. But what if I live to 90? Okay, let's do the math. 25 years times $90 is $22,500. So yes, you'd have paid in more than the face value. But consider this. First, the policy builds cash value. By year 25, there could be $8,000 or more in cash value you can access. Second, you had 25 years of peace of mind. 25 years where your family knew they were protected. Third, and most importantly, you beat the system. You lived to 90. That's the good outcome. The insurance was there just in case, and you didn't need it early. That's exactly how insurance is supposed to work. Calling it a ripoff is like calling car insurance a ripoff because you didn't get in an accident. That's the whole point. Just buy it online. It's cheaper. Here's what happens when you try to buy final expense insurance online by yourself. You go to one company's website. You fill out your information. They give you a rate. You have no idea if that's a good rate or a terrible rate. You have nothing to compare it to. Then they ask you health questions. You're not sure how to answer some of them. Does your blood pressure medication count as a heart condition? You guess. You answer wrong. You get declined. Or worse, you get put into a more expensive plan than you need. Here's what happens when you work with a good independent broker. They know every carrier's underwriting guidelines. They know that Carrier A considers your diabetes a standard risk, but Carrier B considers it preferred. They know which questions to anticipate and how to present your health history accurately so you get the best classification. And this is important. It doesn't cost you a penny more. The broker's commission is already built into the rate. You pay the exact same price whether you buy direct or through a broker, so you're getting expert guidance for free. Would you represent yourself in court to save money on a lawyer who's free? Of course not. If you're over 70 or have health problems, you can't get insurance. This is flat out wrong, and it's one of the most damaging myths out there because it stops people from even trying. The truth: final expense insurance was designed for people that traditional life insurance won't cover. That's the whole point of this product. I've gotten coverage for an 82-year-old woman with COPD and diabetes, a 70-year-old man who survived cancer 5 years ago, a 65-year-old on dialysis, people with heart conditions, stroke history, insulin dependence. Are their rates higher than a healthy 55-year-old? Of course, but they have coverage. Their families are protected. And for people with the most serious conditions, there's guaranteed issue. Literally 0 health questions. You answer your name, age, and state. That's it. everyone is approved. The 2-year waiting period on guaranteed issue scares some people, but here's what they don't tell you. Even during those 2 years, if something happens, your family gets back every penny you paid in plus 10% interest, so your money is never wasted. Don't let anyone tell you you're too old or too sick. That's a lie that keeps families unprotected. Your family will figure it out when the time comes. This is the most dangerous lie on the list, and it's the one most people tell themselves. Let me paint you a picture of what figuring it out actually looks like. Your loved one passes. Within hours, your family has to choose a funeral home, pick a casket, arrange a service, notify everyone. They're devastated. They can barely think straight. Then the funeral director slides a price list across the table. $8,000, $10,000, $12,000. Payment is expected up front or within days. Your children start looking at each other. Who's going to pay? Does everyone chip in equally? What if one sibling can't afford their share? Now there's resentment, arguments, division at the exact moment the family should be coming together. I have seen this tear families apart. I'm not exaggerating. I've talked to people who haven't spoken to their siblings in years because of how the funeral costs were handled, or the family sets up a GoFundMe. Think about that. Your children posting on social media, asking friends and strangers for money to bury their parent. Is that the legacy you want to leave? This isn't about money. It's about love. It's about making sure the last thing you do for your family is take care of them, not leave them with a problem to solve. Now you know the truth. The question is, what are you going to do with it? You've got 2 options. Option 1, close this video, tell yourself you'll deal with it later, and hope for the best. Option 2, click the link below, spend 30 seconds getting a free quote, and know why today exactly what it would cost to protect your family. I know which one I'd pick, but it's your call. Click the link in the description or call the number on screen. Our team shops 6 top A-rated carriers: Mutual of Omaha, Americo, Nationwide, and more, to find you the best rate for your situation. No pressure, no obligation. And remember, your rate is based on today, not tomorrow, not next month. Today. The longer you wait, the more it costs. That's not a sales tactic, that's just math. If this video opened your eyes, hit subscribe. We're calling out more industry nonsense every week. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Stay informed, stay protected. We'll see you next time.